All right. We've got another goalie coming on. Boys, how you feel about it? Another goalie.
Yeah, good for you,
All
bud.
right. Another special guest. Super excited about it. The owner and creator of goalieparts.com, president and CEO, Dennis Kasprowicz. How you doing?
Hey guys, doing good. How are you?
Uh, Freaking fantastic. Freaking fantastic. Absolutely ecstatic to have you on. Really excited to dive into, goalieparts.com. I've been clicking around it for a while now, and it's really ingenious, honestly. Before kind of diving into it, how did you come up with the idea? Did it kind of come naturally? Did you, kind of talk with somebody else on it? How did all this come about?
Yeah, so a few years ago, I always bought and sold stuff on eBay and kind of, just odds and ends and just kind of screwed around. And Goalie Monkey was moving their warehouse from California to Texas, I believe. And so they had a ton of bulk stuff on eBay. So I bought, I don't know, 120 cages, like goalie replacement cages.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was a member of GGSU and went on there, and they went in like no time. Like these were some pretty awesome things. If I would have known what I had, like I could have probably made a whole lot more money off them. But
Jack the price
like,
up.
I'm sorry, yeah.
Yeah, jack the price up.
But small time cages that were, pretty impossible to find. And so I found a manufacturer that ended up being, Otney, who makes most of the cages for most of the manufacturers that aren't made in China, but they make they've made cages for everybody from Eddie to Bauer to Vaughn to Paul's Choice to Hackfa. I mean, you pretty much name it, they've made the cages for them. And so I got hooked up with them and started selling some of the cages on GGSU just on posts and said, hey, man, this is, kind of going well, and thought of a name and developed a website. And then Otney came to me and said, hey, we've been trying to get these masks launched for a while, and nobody's really biting. You want to take a look? So took a look at the masks, and they were amazing. I mean, they're handmade in Canada, just top level masks. And so I brought those to GGSU and on the website, and it's really taken off.
So what? So when I play with you with Goalbusters and all that, you were always like a forward defenseman. What like kind of made you like get into goalie?
So I played goalie up until I believe freshman year of high school.
Okay.
And then played defense the rest of the high school, rest of my high school career, and kind of played off and on from there, and just got back into goalie, and just once you're a goalie, you kind of are always a goalie, and kind of found my way back, and started doing that, and I started playing goalie before I started goalie parts, or started playing goalie again before I started goalie parts.
Okay.
So that just kind of fell in line.
I just found I did a quick Google search on you, and I just found a picture that was posted by the Chicago Hawks of you and your entire setup with your son here. This setup is absolutely disgusting.
Thank you. Yeah. No, it all worked pretty well with the red and black of the GGSU colors.
Yeah.
And I've had it for a while, or a few weeks, and it's been pretty awesome.
Love it. So you've mentioned.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
They're CCM Flex 4s.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it flows nicely. It's a black base with red mixed in with it, and he's wearing the Carolina Hurricanes third jersey basically. So it looks really really nice. you've mentioned GGSU a couple of different times. Explain for those non-goalie folk what GGSU stands for, what it is, all that.
GGSU is Goalie Gear Sluts United. I think they've gone to just GGSU now.
Yeah,
right, Cody?
It's GGSU. We've taken the acronym and made it much more appropriate.
Yeah, I think just ending it at sluts makes it is good enough.
Well, yeah, I mean, and so when Adam created it, I think it's been like 12 years now. I mean, he was like a 14 or 15-year-old kid, so and I mean now the world is totally different, especially with Facebook and stuff. So it really needed to change for a lot of reasons. So.
But there's what, 35,000 members?
Yeah, we broke 35,000. I think actually like around a month ago. So I think it might be a little bit over that now.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember I joined it back when I was in high school, I think. And I remember joining on this page. It was a Facebook page that's just filled with just goalies asking all of these questions and saying all of these things that I was thinking, but I literally just didn't have like the people to talk to about it. So I was just like, oh my God, there are other people who are feeling the same way that I am. This is incredible.
It's a large support group for us goalies,
Oh my God, it's incredible.
You guys need it.
We do need it. We absolutely do. It's our own little therapy session, honestly. Now they run a camp called the GGSU Legends Camp. And Dennis, you were saying that you were able to go, and you've gone to pretty much every single one. What are those like? Because those are usually pretty heavily attended and also have some pretty cool guests that come out too.
Yeah, they're it's basically an adult goalie camp. And it's a lot of guys who've never had instruction before that, are 30s, 40s, 50s, and just kind of go out for a week and learn how to play goalie the right way.
And wasn't Scott Darling one of the guys that came out to help out one year, I think?
They've had a ton of pros throughout the years.
So we've had in our Toronto, we had Malcolm Subban, Jordan Binnington, we had Justin Fazio, who's at Queen's University now. He played for Sarnia Sting for, I think, 4 years. Francois Brassard, who was an NHL draft pick. He signed again on the coast. We've had Scott Darling in Chicago. Actually, he was out. So he's been out multiple camps. His first one in Chicago was the summer he actually signed with the Hawks organization after his unbelievable run with Milwaukee, like posting like 10 shutouts in 26 games or whatever that was. And we've also had Mike Condon. He's been out.
Malcolm Subban.
Yeah, Malcolm. PJ Musico, who played at Penn State, played in the Coast. I mean, we've definitely had a really cool. I mean, Shannon Zavados. We've had Alex Brigsby. Both gold medal Olympians. Just it's the clientele, or not clientele, the coaching list has been absolutely absurd. Some of the guys we've had come out. I mean, obviously Garrett and I not forget that, but leave that almost to last, but because he's just one of the guys. But yeah, obviously Garrett being in the NHL is no slouch either. So
right.
It's been absolutely wild. Not only like the support that we've had from people, but also the people that we've been able to meet through it and have come out. Like Shannon Zavados actually just got married, and it was to a guy she met at GGSU camp. And,
no shit.
Yeah, Killer Carl Nielsen. he was like captain at Michigan Tech. He played a couple of good years in the coast. One of the absolute toughest human beings on the whole entire planet. But you would never know that he could beat the piss out of you with his pinky finger because he's like the nicest. He's legitimately like the nicest human being ever. And yeah, they met. What was that? I think 3 years ago now. I think and. Yeah, they literally just had gotten married. I think 2 days ago, maybe 3 days ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But yeah, they met at one of our camps, and yeah, it's been a while.
So it's also a matchmaking site. Is that what you're saying?
That I think is that might be.
I haven't seen that piece of it, but I'm
sure. So kind of going back to the website. I mean, what's the ultimate goal here? Have you hit where you want to be at for the goalie parts website? I mean, or do you what else do you want to expand to? Anything that you've been thinking of?
I also own Echo Hockey, which is a padding company. So we're making neck guards. We're launching knee pads, and then we're also going to do a lot of goalie and player accessories. So clips and screws and, things like that. It's going to be our own brand that we're going to do some high quality type stuff. Our neck guards already they've got great reviews. There's a few throughout the NHL and a lot of lower leagues.
Yeah, you guys might have heard of Henrik Lundqvist.
You mean the king?
We had sent him actually one this summer because he was in need and yeah.
So who else?
Delia. Yeah, so Colin Delia will be one here shortly. We have a good handful of guys on the coast, and especially as they move up, I can't imagine they'll be moving out of them just because it is a great product, the neck collar. But yeah, it's the more people that keep finding out about it, the more people end up liking it and end up sticking with it. So it's awesome.
Yeah, and Cody mentioned Justin Fazio earlier. He helped me design the knee pads that were I just put in the order to manufacture them yesterday actually. So he designed them. He's demoed them. Cody's worn them. A few other higher level pros, and it should be a huge winner because there's nothing really like it on the market.
Yeah. Yeah, really cool. And I like how it's not, your typical, I know you kind of mentioned it before, it's not your typical name brand stuff, CCM, Bauer, Warrior, anything like that. It's these, kind of lesser known products that actually really do a damn job of getting the job done. Like Echo Pro Foam, the neck protector. I've seen those, a lot of pros wearing those. Talking about butt ends, the Edge Protect. I use the Edge Protect for my goalies and everything like that. So I like how it's kind of those lesser known products, not so much CCM, Bauer, or Warrior or anything like that.
Yeah, a lot of these bigger supply houses are trying to copy everybody and get the cheapest product out there. I really like to bring in things that these guys have one-offs and great ideas, and they make them themselves. Our outsider straps are some of our biggest sellers. I think we did about 700 sets of outsider straps last year, and they're awesome. They're made by a guy in Doug Wager, who's a really good painter, but he's out in Philadelphia, and he makes them for me, and I sell them on the site, and it's been awesome. Just stuff like that. Sham sweatbands, another one that's been knocked off a million times. But I like to go to these guys who are doing it themselves and, have great ideas and make quality products. Everything on our site is quality. There's nothing really there that you're going to find some cheap knockoff or, just something to get by.
And I like how on here, I'm looking at the top, you've got the OTNY Shutout Club as well. where anybody who gets a shutout is going to end up getting a shirt, from what I see.
Yeah, so that's one of our. I don't know how I came up with that, but just kind of came to me, and it's anybody who gets a shutout. Doesn't matter what league, what level, how it happened, as long as you post that 0 and you're wearing one of our masks, you get a Shutout Club t-shirt and you get your name on the website.
Love it.
It's like, it kind of reminds me of college like pride stickers, like on like football helmets and stuff. That's what it reminds me of.
Kids love it. I mean, I've got one guy that's been chasing it for a long time, and he'll message me at 11 o'clock on Friday night or something like that and said, hey man, I almost had it today. I let up 1 goal, blew it with 3 seconds left, or so it's a lot of fun. It's got a lot of traction, and kids love it, adults love it.
Sorry, Poets.
And who doesn't want a free t-shirt?
Sorry, Poets. I don't think you're going to get that anytime soon. We got no intention of playing defense for you.
I mean, I showed up half drunk to our last men's league game, so I don't think that that's going to work at any point in time.
Yeah, you let in the first 2 shots.
Well, it's a phenomenal website. You guys, you did a great job with it. I wanted to kind of touch on, you were talking about your son before. Did he kind of get into this on his own, or was this something that he kind of saw you involved with it, and he wanted to get into it too? How did that all come about? Because having a son play goalie is expensive, I know.
Well, this is my business, so he doesn't have a choice, but he wants to play hockey, he plays goalie, no, but Ed's 100% goalie. If you met him on the street, you would probably think he's a goalie. Like, he's one of those guys that just fits the part.
Yeah.
My 6-year-old, we'll see what happens, but he goes back and forth, and then my 3-year-old for sure is going to be a goalie.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Any favorite memories coming from you, whether it's watching your son play or you yourself? Any favorite hockey memories that you have?
Favorite hockey memories. I remember when I was a squirt getting the living shit kicked out of us. Like, I think I let up 16 goals or something like that. And we were away in a tournament, and I remember just getting our asses kicked in one particular game. But for my kids, every time they go on the ice, it's awesome. It's just watch them progress and have fun, most of all. That's what it's about. Like, I joke that they have to be goalies, but they have to have fun. Like, that's the number one. And just seeing their faces, just smiling and saving that shot. My son can go out there and get beat 12-0, the older one, and he comes in and goes, "Hey, Dad, did you see that glove save in the first period?" It's like, I totally got that. It's like, yeah, but cool, dude. It just that's one of my favorite things, actually, because he's just so excited about it, and he can shrug off a bad game by one glove save early on.
I feel that on a spiritual level. There's really nothing like a good windmill glove save.
He just has to touch the puck with the glove.
That's all you got. Exactly. As long as you're full splits, you're getting the windmill, you can at least tip it. Doesn't have to be a catch or anything. As long as you get a piece of it, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
And you also help coach as well with the Hawks, right?
Yeah, I was head coach of Mike team last year. I'm not sure what we're doing this year, but I'll be involved with both the boys.
Beautiful. Well,
then,
go ahead.
I'm sorry?
No, go ahead.
We also developed a parents basically support group, and it's a goalie parents collective, which is basically a GGSU for parents.
For parents.
I'm sorry?
No, I said it's for parents then.
For goalie parents, yes.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
So it's where they come in and ask tons of questions, and it's a lot of newbie goalie parents, a lot of seasoned goalie parents that were that kind of help out, and anything from, what helmet do I buy, or what jock do I buy, or and my kid's doing this, what can I do? It's just a lot of mental support for these parents.
Where can goalie parents find that at?
It's just search the Goalie Parents Collective on Facebook.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and I
And
will.
you'll be able to.
Yeah, we'll definitely toss a link too in the description for the video for that too.
I could tell you one thing. My mom would be all over that. She absolutely would be all over that.
Oh, it's a great thing. I mean, it really is just the support that everybody gives, and we try and keep it as positive as possible. If you're screwing off, we've had to boot a few people because they're, go off on tangents and make people feel not welcome. I mean, I'm in the business. I've been doing goalie. I played when I was younger, and I still, catch myself with questions and things like that. I mean, and some people just don't have the resources.
Oh, it's so nice about social media now. It's that it's literally just a click away. Because I know all of us growing up kind of thing. It was like you kind of got to learn this all on your own. So it's awesome that you guys set up a place for, especially goalie. I know I get calls in at work all the time asking about goalie equipment. I'm like, I got no clue, man. But yeah, so that's really awesome.
Yeah, I think we're at 3,500 members and growing strong.
Damn.
Wow.
You have to be a goalie parent to be admitted, so we're not just having everybody in there. And there's no advertising. So it's kind of a safer spot. And then it's a lot of bragging too. We like to, every Sunday we ask how the goalies have done, and everybody posts their pictures, and, where you get the other sites where you post a picture of your kid and everybody goes crazy. But we've got one thread, and, everybody can tell everybody how they did. And that's kind of, it's cool. Everybody likes to brag about their kid.
Yeah,
And,
of course.
it's great to see, and, kind of follow some of these kids. And we've had some meetups from, people at tournaments and things like that, and, go out and get a beer, and just, it's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah, I love it. Well, honestly, thank you so much for coming on to the podcast. We really appreciate it. Like I said, it's such an ingenious idea to have something like goalieparts.com, to where goalies can find pretty much anything they need at their disposal. So we'll post a link to that website, to the goalie parent page website, and everything. So once again, Dennis, I appreciate you coming on and take some time to talk to us today.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, man.